stream. Starting the stream. All right. I think it's all going good. Let me just check my YouTube real quick. Let's go. Excellent condition. Yay. Let me make sure the audio is good. All right. My voice sounds good. It all sounds good. Let's just exit out of all of this because I do not want to deal with that. No, I do not. All right. And let me just check one more thing real quick. Go to filters, proceed. We're limiting by about 6. Let's turn it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. That's a little better. All right, that should be good. I don't think there's anybody here yet, but I am going to be continuing the Stanley Parable. I'm gonna finish all the endings today, basically. I'm gonna finish all the endings because in the last stream that I did on Monday, which was actually my first stream in like a year or something, I played through Stanley Parable. I went through some endings and I started diving into the new endings, but now I'm going to be finishing them because I don't know, I've played the original Stanley Parable, but not the Stanley Parable Deluxe, which adds a bunch of new endings, or I guess it's the Stanley Parable 2 now because it's got 2 and it's all red and stuff. So I guess Stream Element. Why is Stream Elements just typed in my chat that it... Okay. Sure, bro. Whatever you say. Just because of that, I'm going to check my Twitch because that... is something wrong there? Is something creator dashboard? Stream manager? No, the stream is good. I see myself. This is, yep. I'm going to turn off your account because I do not want to deal with that. Okay. I guess let's just jump into it. If anybody's here in chat, say something because I don't have my viewer count on because, you know, toxic comparativity. I don't fucking know. All right. So, this is all familiar. Oh yeah, I have a website that is supposed to offer spoiler-free guides to all the endings. So I'm gonna pull that up so that we can make sure we get through all the endings today, because that will be important. Actually, I'm just gonna make sure the link on my thing actually goes to the right thing. Yep, it does. Yep, that's my stream. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, spoiler-free guide to all endings. And then my friend fucking trolled me last stream and said that one of the endings that I went through was an old ending. And I was like, no, I could have sworn this is a new ending. And then he's all like, no. And then I looked it up and then it said it was a new ending. And I'm like, this motherfucker. So, hey, yo, Amanda's here. What up? How's it going? Hi, Pika, dude. Okay. You know what? Fine. Hey, Amanda, you wanna... So this is the beginning of the game, right? This is the room that you start off in. You wanna know what happens if you just fucking close the door? Oh, that's a mistake on my part. Oh, let's go.
Years gone by, he no longer.
Okay, I'm just gonna begin the game again, because that was point. Let's just forget that you saw that, and let's do this again. Okay. Hey Amanda, you want to know what happens since this is the starting room and shit? You want to know what happens if you just fucking close the door?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
No. And that was an ending. There you go. Guys, I don't... It's not the most exciting ending of all of them, but it's something, man. Oh yeah,
Amanda. All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Amanda, you were here when we got the bucket, right? Because now we get to take our reassurance bucket anytime we want, and it is very exciting.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I feel so comforted right now. Oh, this is no longer the new content door. Oh, I liked that door. If I don't answer, just know I'm half paying attention right now. That's fine. But I am supporting. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, so they told me yesterday that when you have the bucket, all the endings change. So, last time we did the one where you go down the ominous path and you get crushed by a big piston. So let's just follow what the narrator wants us to do and see what the ending is there, because I've already seen that ending, but I haven't seen the ending with the bucket, and it's supposed to be different with the bucket. So let's go. What the f... I definitely need the comfort bucket right now. What the fuck happened to this room? There will be a reward for finding that. Oh, this is about the statue. This is about the figure. This is about... Dude, it's a cult now. There's... How do we tell when you've spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? These are hard to find. Follow the clues provided by 416. We can do it. Red room? Question mark. Dude, this room just... Our data. Weird spinning figures. This room just became like a cult room for the fucking figurines. There's supposed to be 6 of them, and I found 1. Oh, these are clues. Inside the sequel exhibit. Okay, I found that one. A private but smelly place for an important person. That's the boss's bathroom. I found that one. So I have 2. Nearby a fireplace? Really? Somewhere both red and blue. That's probably the doors, where the doors are. That's for another ending. Stairs. Something that has to do with stairs. Like the stairwell? And a large room with boxes. I don't know where that would be. Okay, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of this room because it's creeping me out. Alright, continue onward.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Guess what I got? A Funko Pop during an auction. During an auction? Okay, what Funko Pop and what auction? Like, is it like a real life auction? Did you go to an auction and won a Funko Pop? Is that what happened? This is where I found one of the figures, but has the door always been white? I don't know. It doesn't fit with the room either way. Alright, let's go. Let's just follow what the narrator asks us to do.
Stepping into his manager's office,
I didn't realize there was a
Stanley
camera
was once
there.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
It's a Demon Slayer and it was a virtual auction on Whatnot.
Stanley may have
I've never
broken down
heard
into
of
an
that
emotional
website.
dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
But if you got that
Even
Funko
now,
Pop,
in
I
its
am
darkest of hours,
happy for
did
you.
the bucket's warmth and guiding
I'll
light
give you
pierce
2
the
claps.
dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
There you go.
It would be with him always. the bucket,
I'm all happy.
and he knew it.
I
The
would
two of them were inseparable.
personally, I don't like.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in
Sorry,
the
I'm trying to
tender
talk, but the
spiritual
narrator
connection
is
he shared with the
rambling.
bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
Okay, fine, Amanda. I'll give you a third clap. There you go. But okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Okay, I personally don't really get
Stanley
like
just
the.
sat around twiddling his
Fuck you! I'm
thumbs.
trying to talk to
to
my.
input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I wonder what happens if I just wait instead of like entering anything on the number pad. I just wait. He'll probably just start talking to me. But
2845.
well, he's gonna get upset with me, or he's probably just gonna open the fireplace automatically. He's probably just gonna get bored. Just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Funkos are this generation's Beanie Babies. I agree. I don't get the hype behind them.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Okay, I
and
can
Stanley got the hell
understand the
along with
hype.
the story.
I just,
Well,
I don't have the hype myself. I don't know. I feel like, you know when like U2s were a thing that like a lot of YouTubers did? I kind of wanted one of those, and I guess I could kind of get that. I guess that's kind of like Funko Pops for some people. They're just like, it's here. Let's go. Let's get
Another
this.
miniature Stanley figurine. This,
Let's go.
There really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands.
figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Lorena. Okay. I don't know either. They just make me happy for some reason. I get that. I don't know. I have a bunch of. I guess I'm trying to think of something I really collect. I guess I collect. The fucking weird thing I do is I collect PC part boxes. You know, like the boxes that the PC parts come in with. They have like a bunch of designs on them, and I have in my closet. I have a whole shelf of boxes from computers that I've built, and I don't know, I guess that's just like my prize collection. It's like, oh, look at all these parts that I've gotten to experience. Some boxes are cool. Okay, thank you for not letting me feel lame. That's
The
I
elevator
appreciate
raced
that.
downward,
Posted a
plummeting
picture of my
towards an
collection.
unknown fate.
All right, I'm
It would be
down.
all Stanley could
I'm
do
down
to
to
keep
see
himself
it.
together, if not for the
Honestly,
bucket.
the Funko
Soothing
Pops
him,
are probably so
comforting
much
him,
cooler than my
reassuring
boxes.
that in
but-
this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket is here for me. Also, is the audio good? Am I too loud? Is the game too quiet? Or is the game too loud and I'm too quiet? I don't know. I still have my phone boxes still. Okay, I'm not the only one.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
What were we doing? Oh yeah, we're going with what the narrator said. Right, okay. We're just gonna follow what the narrator's telling us to do. And this is supposed to be like the original ending, where it has all the monitors. Spoiler
The
alert.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both
Horrible
wondered to
secret.
themselves.
Let's continue. Stanley and the bucket keep wondering to themselves. Okay. Why is my Instagram just like infinitely going on somebody's story? What is this? Okay. I have no idea. But it's okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, this is big.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it,
Bucket almost burst into
reassuring it
tears.
that everything would be fine.
Okay. I thought the bucket was supposed to reassure me. Why am I having to reassure the bucket? The bucket is a lie. Let's get that fucking elevator.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Had the bucket
By the way,
been told
this
to do
is
things
the
it didn't
thumbnail
wish
comes
to
from.
do?
This
What
room.
kinds
This is
of
supposed to be like the
things does the
original
bucket want
ending.
to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
All right, elevator time. Let's go.
No! He screamed into the bucket.
He screamed
couldn't
into the
accept
bucket.
it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
This bucket, man. He is.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah.
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Oh, okay. Mind control status offline. Okay. So everything has been the same so far, except for the narrator talking about the bucket every once in a while. Alright, so this is where we get to choose if we want to shut down the mind control or turn it on.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Ow. Okay, I said I was gonna go with the narrator, and he wants us to turn it off, so I'm gonna turn it off. There we go.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Oh.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from...
Yeah. Sorry about that. I had to talk to the sibling.
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
What?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Is it gonna start going back up?
Lingering in uncertainty.
Swear to God.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What?
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Oh no.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me,
the bucket's gonna be gone.
I'll be okay, won't I?
Like the lights are gonna turn on, the bucket's gonna be gone.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Was that an ending? Oh, that was an end. What the hell? That ending was a bunch of bullshit. Why it just in the original ending, the door goes all the way down and you're able to escape. But then, since I have the bucket, apparently the building didn't want me to leave.
Perhaps he had simply
The
missed
presence
the
of the bucket was too
The
strong.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
All right, let's grab our bucket friend again and keep going.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where should I go now that I have the bucket?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I'm trying to make sure none of these doors open. Like maybe they changed it to where like one of these doors open to a secret area or
And
something.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Yes.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How
I love
insightful
this.
the bucket turned out to be.
God, I love the bucket.
No,
All right, let's go.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Am I gonna do that though? Am I gonna do that? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's this fucking elevator that I have not gone down yet. Let's go do that.
And so
No,
the two of
fucking-
them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nah, bro, let's go. Let's go down this elevator. I'll BRB. I don't know how long you're gonna be on.
Good
I'll
Stanley.
probably be on
I'm glad
until
you
I get all
found
the
your way
endings
here.
in this
I
game.
knew you'd find this place eventually.
Wait, what the hell? We care about Stanley.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
It's
We've
the-
come
it's
together
the
here
lion.
because we care about you
It's the
very
fucking
much.
baby.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what
Adventure
fans
Line.
want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this
Is it the actual
bucket
Broom
that they've
Closet?
never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
All right, let's follow the adventure line. I missed the adventure line.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh,
I
and
got this
played some silly
trademarks on
music as
everything in
well.
the subtitles. Alright, let's follow the adventure line. Let's
Now
go.
this
Uh-oh.
is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Oh, they're gonna have to give up the bucket. Oh no. They're gonna make me throw
Don't you
away
get
the
it, Stanley?
bucket.
We need to get rid of the bucket.
Is that
That's
in-
why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make
Oh, I
a
thought that was
wonderful
an
new
incinerator
addition to
for
the
a
rich
second.
lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Oh
Can you
no.
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Nope.
Surely
not
you
at
don't
all.
need me to spell it out for you.
I can't. Nope. I can't guess at all.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I just go? Can I just go out this door? Can I turn it off?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear
I thought
you
it was
saying,
such a
how does a
fleshed-out
character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved
Exactly.
Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets
Holy
is so
shit.
densely
The whole
loaded with
screen is
complexity and
shaking.
nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very
Holy
upset
shit.
now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
I'm
We
not gonna
can't
feed
get
it.
back to the
I'm not gonna
classic
feed it.
Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
What the fuck? Oh? Oh, that's the bucket destroyer. Are we in heaven?
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I'm almost a little sad. Like, he wanted to take my bucket though. That was just too much. I need my bucket. You don't understand. I think that was an ending. Was that? Yeah. I'm back. Hey, let's go. All right.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Alone?
This
Finally?
is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Introvert much? Jesus. Okay. Let's grab our bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again,
I kind of want to see what happens if I do throw the bucket in the destroyer.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
Okay.
his chest and entered.
No,
This
I
was
said I was
not
going to get all
correct
the
way to
endings,
the
so
meeting
I'm
room,
going to do that.
But Stanley had felt
Let's-
the bucket calling to him,
let's speed run
telling
this,
him
or
that the
speed walk
employee
this, because I
lounge
can't
was
actually
simply
run.
the place to be.
Let's go.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
All the voice lines are getting
Stanley
cut
took
off.
the door on his left.
I'm just
to go
too
back to
fast.
and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight
Down the
ahead
elevator,
to the
let's go.
opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found
Can
your
I just
way
skip
here.
this?
I
I've
knew
already
you'd
seen
find
this.
place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable.
Thought
It's
this
just
baby was
sequel
supposed to be
content.
burned, bro.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom
that the
Closet.
computer?
Because that's what
pencil
fans want from
sharpener?
a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We
No.
could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows
these?
where it'll go off to
Engine
next?
import,
Oh,
func
and it played some
rotating?
silly music as well.
Refactor Bay 6, small asset. Okay. Alright, we've already been through all
Now
this.
this
so let's
is
go.
what the Stanley Parable is all
Speedrun.
about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the
Okay.
original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was
So
back
fucking
then.
dumb.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Let's
Don't you get it,
destroy the
Stanley?
bucket.
We need to
Don't
get
fuck
rid
it.
of
I
the
don't want to
bucket.
do it, man, but
That's why
we
I'm
have
very
to.
proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me
still thought it was gonna be
already
incinerated.
feels as
This
though
is
it's
some,
been
like, Portal
part of
2
the
shit.
cast all along. Don't you agree?
This is some like Portal 2 shit where they
Can you
make you
guess
destroy
what
the
Bucket
destroy the
does?
companion cube.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
This is like some traumatizing shit.
Go ahead now, Stanley.
All right.
Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it
just-
into the machine when you're ready.
Wait, what am I?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
How do
I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
How do I- wait,
Destroying
I actually-
buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality
I can't
trait.
put it in.
Sure, I can hear you saying,
I'm
how does
clicking
a
the-
character with only one personality trait deserve to join the
I'm clicking
pantheon
the
of beloved
buttons.
Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Every time I try to destroy the bucket, it just gets closer to me.
Very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
I need to look if I can actually throw the bucket in. Bucket.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Hold on, I'm looking up if I can actually throw the bucket in. I don't think I can. Unfortunately, Stanley can't really put down the bucket as much as you like, but he just can't do it. The Bucket Destroyer will get louder and louder. Okay. Apparently that's the intervention ending, as said by IGN. So... that was intense, bro.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others.
All right,
wherever they
let's
Stanley
go.
picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again.
I love this bucket.
Not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not
where am I gonna
the
go
correct
now?
way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
Okay, I'll
telling
go
him that
to
the employee
the...
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting
I'm gonna
room.
go... I'm gonna follow the lift to where it takes me. No.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay. Wait. Why does this look like a path? Alright, we venting, boys. It's among us. Let's go. Where the fuck am I? This is an office. Except it's not. This is a lot of boxes. Is there a figure here? It said the figure would be in a room with a lot of boxes. I am so down to get another figure. You wouldn't even know. Is it over here? No. This is a room with a lot of boxes. So I want to say the figure is here. May I need to come back without the bucket? Possibly? Okay. Whatever, I don't see it here. Let's see what's on the table. It's a tape. Play? Oh. Why does this...
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so...
Wait, hold up. Why is it set to reverse, but it sounds normal? What?
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
Monetize it?
It's
Oh, shit.
unthinkable the amounts of
This guy's
money
turning
people
evil.
will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This
He's not
is
wrong,
my
but like,
golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
it's gonna be a jump scare. This seems like a very jump scare moment. No? Dude, the bucket's fucking paranormal. Like, what? Like, there's some, like, weird shit going on with that bucket.
Stanley knew the office layout.
It drove
like the
that
back
guy
of his hand.
crazy,
It was only a
bro.
matter of time before he found the others. Wherever
The good old bucket. Just
Bro, I got my eye on this bucket,
off
man.
on another thrilling
I don't trust it
adventure
anymore.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way
Let's
to the
try to
meeting
follow
room.
that path
But
this
Stanley
time,
had felt the
because
bucket
I don't
calling
know
to
what
him,
the fuck that
telling
is.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay, that's like
And here it
a
was.
hidden room
Had the
where this
bucket
guy was
turned out to be
studying a
correct? Was
bucket.
it? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I will not. Thank you.
No,
All right.
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
All right, let's follow this path. What if these Oh, this is the big room with the boxes. Okay.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I kind of like Figlies, but I don't know. This guy seems to disagree. If I just fall, will that figurine still be? I'm just gonna.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked
Yes.
might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
It's like the Romeo and Juliet story that that we never
All
knew
of
we
his
needed.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfect. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Alright.
to his chest.
Let's actually take
This
the
was
cargo
not
lift
the
this
correct way
time.
to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, this is one of my
And here
favorite
it
rooms.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was
Number
this
one
better than
dad.
the meeting
Okay.
room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
All right, no, let's
No,
go to the cargo
said the
lift.
bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
All right, let's go.
Good.
I don't
said
see
the
the
bucket.
figurine there.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley
All right,
did not
bucket.
question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose
Really?
not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes, obey the bucket. The bucket is my best friend. All right, let's go.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
All right, let's go. Dark room.
Now
Yeah.
pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Alright, I'm gonna actually pick up the phone. See what happens. I didn't like this ending the last time. I thought it was boring, but let's see.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Is this supposed to be the apartment? The bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press T to take me to work with you. Okay, let's go. Let's go to work.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
So now I'm going crazy. Okay. This bucket's got effects on people, man. Let's pick up the... Press Y to take me back home with you. Okay. Let's go.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I won't. This bucket is my life. I love this bucket. Where'd the bucket go? Oh, it's on the table. Hey. Press N to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
That is what a bucket
does. It doesn't
does.
do anything else.
No, but you don't understand. This bucket, it's special to me. Press Q to go back home. Oh, it's nighttime.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Where did it go? Where is it now? Oh, it's on the counter. Hey. Press H to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Oh, man.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't
Oh,
need
it's
me
nighttime
anymore.
now.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Dude, the narrator's gonna get corrupted by the bucket. Watch this. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press G to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
Really?
Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press Q to relive this same day with me over and over. Or relive, sorry, not relieve.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Because it is. Give in to temptation. We're back home.
I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Oh, shit.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
The bucket is corrupting all.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
Oh,
give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
Oh, shit.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give
Close
it
your
or I'll...
eyes. Back to work, Stanley. What the fuck was that? Okay. That was... I don't know if I'm comfortable with that ending. Is the music different? I just took a minute to adjust my microphone and I was like, Has this music always been here?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting.
Also, I
Was
could
it
have
a
sworn this
painting
corner
or a
went
photo.
left
He could no longer recall.
last time. I could have sworn that this corner went the other way. Am I crazy? I'm gonna have to look at the VOD after this and see, because I don't know.
A strong bucket, a humble bucket, a
humble
committed
bucket.
a bucket
Committed
of
bucket.
culture and distinction.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Alright,
to his
this
chest.
time let's jump
This
off
was
of
not the
the.
correct way to the meeting
Let's jump
room,
off of the left.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Alright, let's go.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his
Really?
left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, so we're gonna jump off the left this
No,
time. Let's go.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Or I could
Stanley
have
did
plugged
not
the
question
phone.
why or how this bucket was speaking to
Huh,
him.
which one do I wanna
It
do
should have
more?
alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But
I'll plug
Stanley
the phone
chose
first.
not to think about this obvious fact.
See
He
what
was
the
firmly
bucket has
convinced
to
that
say
the
to me.
bucket
Maybe the
had
bucket
spoken
will
to
like
him,
kill me
and
or
he
something.
unthinkingly
We'll get
did
murdered by the
whatever
bucket for
asked.
not doing what it wants.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Alright.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I
Yes.
was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets
sure?
can't talk. It was a joke.
Are you sure
Don't you
about
get
that?
the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me serious. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Yeah, look on
it's
YouTube,
sitting
bro.
Right here. Let's take a look.
Oh. Is this gonna be a video on comedy instead of a video on
What
choices?
is comedic timing?
Oh.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more
That's what we
importantly,
all wanna know.
can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Hopefully.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
What the fuck?
Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny
I'm
with the
Dunny
funny now."
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny with
Good.
the...
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally,
Really?
it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to
Sounds like
ensure
a
the
survey.
survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter
I should try this
and even
myself.
tripled
This
over
seems
in
like a very...
laughter in
This
no
guy
time
seems
at
like
all.
comedy
Just
guy.
remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
There's something fucking weird going on
Goodness,
here.
this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
All right. Let's go. Oh. I wasn't aware that the door opened.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say. How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke.
He's
I'll
trying
figure it
different
out on the
voices.
fly. No need to overthink things.
No. All right, let's keep going. I want to hear this. If it's not better than like a Bo Burnham comedy special, I'm gonna be deeply disappointed. Because this guy just watched the masterclass on giving a comedic presentation.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I'll just go with
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
Oh, the room's back to normal.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh. Oh, this is where it resets.
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
If I go through the left, would it just do that? Yeah, it's just going to be the same lines.
The door on the right, leading back.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, fine. I'll go through the door on the right. Oh, that is a pitch black room. That is a pitch black room.
What?
Oh.
We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing is completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
That's probably a good idea.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Oh.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley.
So fucking dumb.
Which is the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what
Sorry,
I need.
Leroy.
That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos.
More?
Let's see.
I'm crouching on these squares. Oh, okay. Oh, that was an ending. Okay.
How
was
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
Okay,
door.
this time I'm actually gonna
This was
jump
not
off
the
of
correct way
the,
to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
I'm gonna jump off of
employee
the lift.
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it
All right,
was.
let's go.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket
Give me a
was
second.
wrong.
I'm gonna check
Stanley took the door
my
on his
level
left
real quick.
to go back to the meeting
Proceed.
room.
This is, yeah, it's compressing. It is, yeah. Let's just turn it down a little bit and then to where it reaches like that much. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, it's compressing a little bit more. There we go. I am a pro audio engineer out here, as you can see.
No,
Said the bucket.
All right.
don't go
Let's
to the
jump off this
meeting
lift.
room. Go
I'm so
somewhere
ready.
else.
Do
the
not
cargo
jump.
lift, yes. Go there. Good.
I
said the
hate
bucket.
signs.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
But I jumped down here. That's not what the bucket told me. 2B1. Okay.
No,
To be
stop.
put.
Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past
Oh,
this
shit.
point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless,
I'm so sorry.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
I
suppose
I
that
think
would
this is a
explain a lot
bucket.
about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. This is a dark room. Oh. We are traveling. Oh. This is a cool looking room. It's
Now then, I'm going to
Oh.
run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the
Is
thing I'm
this a
showing you
bucket?
is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
all right.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's begin.
I'm so ready for this. It's like a fucking
Item
game
1.
show.
Is this a bucket?
Should I answer right or should I answer wrong? I'll answer right.
Incorrect.
Wait,
it is
what?
a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
It's gonna be like a cardboard cutout of a bucket or something. I'll press no for this one.
Correct. It is
Hey.
a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay. Let's go.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct.
Yeah.
This is a bucket.
I'm getting better. I have 2 of 3 right now. Oh,
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
ah,
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
that was pretty funny. Another tractor.
Is this a bucket? Correct.
Yeah.
This is a bucket.
Wait, what? Okay.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I don't know which one to pick, man.
Trick
Yellow?
question. Both. Gotcha.
What? It is a bucket, but it isn't a bucket? Excuse me?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Yes. Oh.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here, and I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
Yes.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Anything and nothing is a bucket. That's true.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
Uh-oh.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I
know. It's
a
everything
bucket?
and nothing.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
I'm
losing
a
myself,
bucket.
and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game.
Yes, you are a
entirely.
bucket. He's a bucket.
Okay, here we go.
He's oh, it didn't even let me choose. Did he erase
What
himself?
Is everything gone?
Everything
Why
was
did
a
everything
bucket.
disappear? Wait,
Everything was a bucket.
Everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yes, he's getting it
God,
now.
I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And
Really?
you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Never know. Okay. Was that an ending, or is something else gonna happen?
All
I think
of
that
his
was an ending.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the
That
meeting
everything
room.
is a
Perhaps he
bucket
had-
ending.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
All right. Wait, this room wasn't here, but this wasn't here before. There was never blinds here before, so it is changing. Like, okay, so this area is changing, like very randomly. Huh. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's go. Oh, yes, this room. Oh, it's still fucking creepy. Stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue. Okay. I know where something both red and blue is. That's if you jump off the thing. And there's the red and blue doors. But let's go down the
Coming to a
stairs this
staircase,
time.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Now let's go downstairs. Is the... There it is, let's go!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll
What?
collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us
Figler
can.
Anarines? Really? That's the name you decided on?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
He is crazy.
He looked
I am
down
crazy.
at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
Uh-oh.
Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would
where'd the
come from
bucket
this.
go?
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed,
Oh, it's a different loop.
now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious,
shit.
he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Where is it
The
coming
real
from?
bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in
This
agony
is so
and
motivational.
blacked out.
Except that part. I thought it was gonna lead to like some motivational thing, like the bucket's inside you. You can do
This
whatever
is the
you want to
story
do.
of a woman named Mariella.
And then it just ended like that.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place.
She
of work.
has the bucket.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought
As
to
they do.
herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
I would love to see that. Can you show me that? Please. No, that's the ending? Okay. Alright, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Alright,
to go to the
we need to
meeting
make sure
room.
nothing's
Perhaps he had
changed.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket.
Yeah, this
but
looks
Stanley
normal.
is a very lucky fellow.
And then,
Very
yeah, at
lucky
least, so that's normal. This is all normal. So those blinds last time, it wasn't me going
Stanley
crazy.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Alright,
left.
so what routes haven't we taken? We've taken the boss's route. We haven't taken the route of just going up and down the elevator. We also have to find that last figure, which I think that one is separate from the bucket. But I'll have to leave the bucket there to get that. I like how I leaned closer to my screen as if I was like listening out, but as if that would do anything. It's like raining outside or something. Okay. Somewhere in both red and blue. Okay, that was... Yeah, I think that one is something without the
Coming
bucket.
to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Why is it so fucking windy outside? Why is that? Okay. Anytime I go near a window, I just hear that. Dude, like the world is like
Stepping
going
his
into
manager's
chaos
office,
right now.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Yes.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it.
I knew it.
The two of them were inseparable.
I love my bucket.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
All right.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
So this time we're gonna take the elevator ending where we just go fucking up and down the elevator a million times. Hopefully I won't have to do that again, but let's see. Alright. Nope, I'm gonna have to do that again, I think.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3.
Was
I
there?
want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Okay. Thanks, Bucket. You're being a real help here. I just want to figure out what that number 3 means. Alright, let's go.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Okay, I guess that's... the number
Perhaps
3 did
the
nothing
bucket
for
had
me.
missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Alright, but then we have to go back up again, and then the narrator's gonna... He's gonna tell me to, like...
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to
I
me.
thought he was gonna say
you and
number-
I
another
have been
number.
through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
I thought the narrator's gonna be like, oh, but I forgot to look at the number 5. Alright, let's go.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush.
Okay, I
He
don't think
told
the number 3
stories
actually has
through
anything
the
to
number
do with it.
3. Stories of his dreams and hopes
Stories?
and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
I need this bucket's reassurance right now. and
Stanley
it's
and
not
the
giving me
bucket were
anything.
so close. They'd always
I'm
been
about to
there
have a
for one
breakdown. You
another.
don't even
Why
know.
suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Amanda's back, let's go! Welcome back, Amanda. I'm just doing this fucking elevator thing again, but with the bucket. Also, for some reason, the number 3 is really fascinating to me right now. I don't know why, the narrator just told me it was. Alright, let's see if this actually leads to the ending.
Ah, said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he
Yes.
would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number
Yes.
3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley.
Has the narrator hurt your
And
feelings
it
yet?
would
Oh
be
yeah,
through
many
the
times.
public eye
It
that
was-
the bucket would finally
I've gotten
understand Stanley's work.
I've gotten a bunch of endings since you left. Like me and the narrator
For
went
months,
crazy
he
over the
advertised
bucket.
and marketed
I got
his
to
press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Yeah, so there was an ending where me and the narrator went crazy, and then the narrator killed me over the bucket. There was an ending where I found the tape of somebody who wanted to use the bucket's power to like make riches, and then fuck, what other ones are there? The ones where and the ones where the narrator was trying to learn comedy, and we watched a whole video about how to be funny, and then it ended in saying that us as a society need to go to war. That's how
This
it
was
ended.
it.
It was a very cohesive
One
ending.
last chance to
It
win
all
the
made
bucket
sense by the
over.
end.
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
And now we are going to do a show about the number 3, because the number 3 is just the best number. Come on. Like, don't these number 3s on this window give you life? Like, they really do. They give me life. I never want to look away from these number 3s, but the show must go on. What do you mean 8? What? What does 8 mean? 8 will never be as good as 3. I'm sorry. That's just a fact of life. Alright, let's go on stage. Let's go. Me and my bucket. We will
There
prove
was no
them.
one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in
What it
that
really means to
moment
press
Stanley
the number
knew
on a
that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the
Is this a
obvious,
divorce
that
story?
any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
This is fucking deep. What the fuck? That's the story of two friends slowly splitting apart over this. That's the whole metaphor, man. Also,
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work.
What?
Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
are the boxes coming? I want to see all. I want to see. How many did you say? Like 1,000, 10,000 boxes or something? What is this? Figurine Finders Committee meet. Oh yeah, there's also, you know, those like figurines that they were talking about. There's a whole cult for that. Oh, I think you were actually here for that. You might have
It takes a
been.
lot of humility to carry.
Oh, I wasn't
bucket
supposed to
so
pick up the bucket.
magnificent.
Fuck.
Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Because I have to go back to the ending with the red
Stanley
and blue
clutched the bucket
doors,
tightly to his
which you
chest
haven't seen
and
yet because you
entered
haven't
the
played the
door on his
original
left.
one. But that's
This
honestly,
was
that's
not
like my
directly
favorite
into the
ending.
meeting room, but Stanley
But
had
you
felt
will
the
see
bucket
it
calling to
soon.
him. telling
hope.
him that the employee
Jazz
lounge
is here.
was
What's
simply
up,
the place
Jazz?
to be.
Did you get off work?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Oh my God,
was
Jazz,
this better than the meeting room? Yes,
me and my
Stanley
friends
thought to
wanted to
himself.
go to the
Yes,
Bob's
perhaps
Burgers
it
that you
truly
worked at,
was.
but like
How
right when we got
insightful
there,
the
you guys
bucket turned
closed,
out
and we
to
saw
be.
you guys like cleaning up inside. It was so sad. I was so sad. I kind of wanted to like knock on the window just to see if you were there because I couldn't tell just by like looking in, but I didn't want to be like a fucking creep,
Truly,
so I just
being
didn't.
here with the bucket. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
All right.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
And then Jazz probably has no fucking idea what's going on if you haven't
No,
already seen this
Said
game.
the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to get the bucket, so I guess I'm just gonna jump off this edge.
Good.
Said the bucket. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
All right, so this time we have to. Who the fuck made this mess? I'm gonna have to write it. Oh, it's all the boxes! Amanda, all the boxes are
Stanley
here.
had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Oh. There's like 1,000 something boxes. Holy shit, build a fort. Yeah, I got off work and relaxing. What day are you? I can't remember what day specifically. I would have to look it up. It was a day. Oh, what day was it? I can't remember. I don't know. I'm sorry. I cannot remember. Build a fort. I would build a fort, except I can't move any of these fucking boxes. Also, there are a bunch of papers on the floor, which is bugging me more than the boxes are. This is a shit ton of boxes. How many did you say? Like 10,000 boxes were being shipped to me or something? All right. Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed to take the bucket. Right. Let's leave the
When
bucket there.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not
I'm gonna
the correct
try to
way
remember
meeting
the
room,
route.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
That's a lot of
Perhaps he
papers.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I was promised boxes. I do not know where the papers came from.
Okay.
We usually close at 10 p.m., but on Labor Day we close at 9:30. All the school kids are except what?
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
It's
left.
because we're hanging out late at night. I think it was like I don't know, I think I had literally it was like 10:15 by the time we got to that
Stanley
Bob's
was
Burgers.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow. Okay. All right, so
Look, Stanley,
we are
I think
betraying the
perhaps we've gotten
narrator.
off on the wrong foot here.
Is the
I'm
route
not your
that we're
enemy,
going.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I found it on Switch. It's 25. Might cop it in a week or so. You talking about the Stanley Parable? I definitely recommend it. I love this game. But I don't know. You've seen a lot of the new endings, but you haven't seen the original endings. This is, I think, the one. If I'm thinking of the ending if I'm thinking of the right ending, this should be my favorite ending. Which I also need to go here to get a figurine or whatever. I meant to say after Labor Day we close earlier. Yeah, 10:15 we're closed. Damn. You guys, I saw you guys like taking an order out to like somebody. So I was like, or maybe that was just like a DoorDash or something, or like a last minute thing. But like, I saw you guys take an order out to somebody in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, they're still open. But then I went up and then the windows were closed, and I was like, oh, okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Or where's the figurine?
Stanley walked
Is it in this
through
room?
the red door.
The The last figurine, let's
And there it
go.
is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is
This
a
guy
real
keeps
accomplishment.
fucking changing
This
the
is
names of
doing
these
something
figurines.
just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be
That's the
rewarded
last
for the
one,
most
though.
trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Does the ending consist of shoving power? No, Jazz, it does not. I am sorry. This game is too. It just didn't. It didn't think of that, man. We thought of that. We are the better writers here. Okay. What was it? Which door was I supposed to go through? Fuck, I wasn't paying attention. I think it was the. Okay, so I think the narrator wants me to go through the red door. And I think the ending I like is for the blue door, so let's go through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you
Yeah, here we go.
misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope. Fuck you, narrator.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Bye, bitch.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Ceiling light.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
How about let's not, and let's just take the right door. Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay. Also, has anyone... Oh. Have you started working anywhere, or are you just focusing on school? Also, has anyone Sonic from... I've applied to some places. I don't... Honestly, I'm trying to get somewhere that's not fast food or retail, just because I feel like Sonic burned that out completely for me. But that hasn't been going well for me so far, because I have not got a job yet. I don't know, hopefully I wanted to get like, I don't know, like a job at like, I got like an interview at Sandia Labs, but they haven't called me back and it's been like a month and a half, so. Try the bookstore. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe if I don't, or you know what, I wanted to get a job on campus. That's another thing that I kind of wanted to do, because it's just, you know, it's just right there. So I can just go from my class to work and then just go home. I'm applying there. Have you had any luck? I don't know. Oh, and about people from Sonic reaching out to me. It was a while ago. It was like only like a month or something after I had quit. I remember Steven texted me, and he's like, he offered me to go work at the Sonic that he moved to. This was like after this was like after we quit. And then Steven texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want to come work at this Sonic?" And I'm like, "No." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And then I've never gotten a text from anyone ever again. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we're hating on the narrator. I forgot. All right, let's give him a 1.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
Yeah,
Here,
your game sucks.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Do you
Let's
know?
take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Let's go. Who's good old Neil? Is this an actual leaderboard? I wonder. I don't think it is. I think it's fake. This is you. Okay. Yeah.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game,
I
the
love
baby
this
crawls
game.
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
We're supposed to keep the baby from... This is actually kind of fucking annoying, so I'm just gonna let the baby burn. Fuck it. Bye-bye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if
Yes.
it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
I do hate
I can't
babies.
think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
What the...
I'm not even going to
I
try.
looked away for 2
I'm out.
seconds.
I'm out. I'm done.
This is the narrator's
It's
game that
over.
he made. I burned
Thank
the
you for
baby.
playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
All right, let's go. With college, having a part-time job is better than...
Aha! Fascinating.
This is new.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
I don't even know what this game is. What is it?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic
This is new. I've
Yes,
never seen
that
this.
must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What is this game? I don't know what this game is. Firehouse Watch? Wait, you know this? I don't know what this game is supposed to be. I love that game. Oh, I don't know what this game is, man. So in the original Stanley Parable, the narrator will get mad at you for not liking his game, and then he'd load up Portal, then Minecraft, and I absolutely, the first time I saw that, I absolutely
no,
fucking
can't be.
died of laughter. But I guess they changed it since then.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? Hey!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay. Oh, we're in Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
No, where's
Just
our
a
fucking
nice
car?
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'm gonna go to the goal. Okay.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
ball?
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
Sports ball? But, oh, do I have to fucking walk all the... Oh, I'm fast. Oh, I'm getting faster. Okay, let's go. Let's kick this fucking ball. Oh, let's go. I thought the setting was an office, not anymore. Oh,
are you doing
that's
it?
a big hole. Oh, shit.
On. What are you doing?
I fell. No.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh.
How will you write a story without
in the
me?
back
You can't
rooms.
do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay, well. Oh, shit. I fell out of the map. No. Where the fuck are we? Okay, I remember this from the original game. I just don't know what this is supposed to be. It's just a fucking infinite hallway. Is this supposed to be the office? But like, weird. This light is on. That's the only light that's on. 427, that's our office. Let's go. There's what is this? Why is there just a blue square here? Is that supposed to be a screen? I have no idea. 426. Yeah, this is not... Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna catch up on chats because I did not have the time to do that while that was happening. What the fuck is... Okay. With college, having part-time is better because you're able to work on school and make money and you don't miss out on that chance. I did that and I regret it. Yeah, I'm trying to find part-time, preferably. Again, getting a job on campus is like ideal because they kind of have to take your college schedule into consideration. They can't like force you to work, like be like, oh, if you don't show up, you're fired because you work on the same campus as the college. They have to take your college schedule. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to have time for work and like not being overworked, but I don't know, it's not like I get invited to parties or anything that I need my evenings free. What the fuck is happening? I looked away for 2 seconds. That was my favorite ending, which apparently they changed it from the original game. Like I said, it used to be Portal and Minecraft were the two games that you went to, and I absolutely loved that. Those are like my two favorite games of all time. Damn, Steven was desperate. He never reached out to me after I left. I heard Maria made sure I was terminated. Were you? Were you terminated? I thought you just quit. Were you terminated? What? I thought the setting was... I'm playing Minecraft right now. Yo, let's go. Chad, you found some booty? What is that? What booty did you find? I'm confused. Okay. I need to pull up the guide of all the endings, because that's all the endings I can think of. Find freedom with the bucket. Oh, I never did the countdown. Okay, let's go. We need to take the bucket this time. Are you... What the fuck am I supposed to do with
Stanley,
this?
I'm sorry,
What?
but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every
Figurines.
last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes,
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would
memory
love
zone?
nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Oh, we're back here? What the fuck? I mean, I love... This place is, like, beautiful and shit, but, like... Now remembering when Stanley found all the collectibles. Okay. Let's go, I guess. The memory zone. Why is this one gone? Okay, I think this is the new place.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Wait, what? 7 out of 6? Wait, what? There's only supposed to be 6, though. How did I... Okay. I won't question it. You know what? An extra figure is an extra figure. I will not question it. What the fuck? Oh.
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
8 out of 6. Let's go.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
It was the boss's office. Oh, earlier in the game it said, what did Stanley buy? And I said, found some booty. What did Stanley find? Found some booty. Okay.
Hey,
that makes sense, I guess.
That's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third
Freaking
one.
stream
You
delay
picked it
screwed it up.
And then after that, you had 3
Hate
of
stream
them.
delay.
I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Is it though? I don't know. I've forgotten a lot of things in my life. I don't know about
Let's
that
see,
one.
what came next?
What the fuck
Oh
is
yes,
this?
we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh,
Did
well,
we?
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I don't remember being in this pink room either. What the fuck? Why is there a giant apple? And there's one at the bottom of the stairs.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Did you? Uh-oh. What is it? Why is it made in Windows Movie Maker? What the fuck? What's that down there? This looks like any shitty YouTube video from 2005. This music is pretty groovy though. I don't know if this is like music that comes with Windows Movie Maker or whatever. Best boy narrator, starring Stanley.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it
Did
was
you know?
8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Can I go up the stairs now? Please. Oh, hey. I'm here now, LMAO. Well, welcome Amanda to the YouTube side of things. Well, welcome to pressing the red button instead of the purple button.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final
was in this.
figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Maybe.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other, except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Really? Oh, these both just lead to the same place. Hey. Oh, a T. Oh.
And then
oh.
there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye,
past.
memories.
You are in the present. Oh, okay. That was fucking weird.
Oh. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay, great. This is gonna be great. After you and I left Sonic, one of my friends went back. Which friend? I guess Sonia had mentioned about bringing me back to Sonic, and Maria just made sure I was terminated. She don't like me, but fuck her, lol. Yeah, I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember like half the people I work with at Sonic, like unless I like I don't know. Unless they were very notable. I can like barely remember who Maria is. I think I have an idea. Wasn't she like one of the managers? And she was always like, fuck, I don't know. I can't remember. Fever dream energy. We need to catch up one day, Kyle, whenever you're not busy or enjoying being home. Yes, we do. I am...
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Yeah, we should definitely hang out. I don't know how it's gonna be because I start college next week, but I will see. And I do have all my classes in the mornings, which is good. That gives me more time in the evenings, but then you probably work more in the evenings, so I don't know if that would clash
where I made that
with each
video.
other.
Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh my god. That scared me low-key. I wasn't ready for that.
Yes, I love that video.
Alright, and then there's the Apple room, which I don't even remember being in.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley.
Yeah,
Still no memory.
I don't remember this.
Good room, though. A solid room.
Maria was the GM for the Sonic
These
Encores.
really were a treat to
Was
hunt
she?
down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
Actually, I think it's coming back to me a little bit. She would like come back she would like come to our Sonic every once in a while, right? And that's a glitch. Is that a glitch? I can see through the floor. But yeah, didn't she like used to come to our Sonic every once in a while just to like fucking stare at us menacingly? That's what I remember. Mario's the GM. Oh, just Nanachi is here. What's up? How's it going? I am almost done finding all the endings to the Stanley Parable. I collected all the figures and now I'm in this.
This was our second figure.
Fever dream room.
Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
This narrator is so obsessed with these figures right now. He wants to stay in the past.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Is it the office? I guess. Oh. Oh. We're back at the place. We're back, yeah, the collectibles place. Yeah. And then the fucking jump circle. No.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
I hate the jump
Look
circle.
how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Okay. Yeah, she was the older lady with the brown hair. Yeah, okay, I'm remembering correctly now. Why did the screen go all weird? Everything's like green and purple now. Or maybe that's just... No? Maybe that was just me. Maybe I was just hallucinating.
The two doors! Who could have forgotten that?
I will be back later. Okay, if I'm still on later, because I've already been streaming for almost 2 hours. Jesus. Okay. And there's my office. Let's go.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
I wonder what happened to half the people at Sonic. I only talked to you,
Yes,
TBH.
I'm
Yeah, pretty
remembering
much.
something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then, I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then, somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go.
This
I
is
would
so
cheer him
meta.
on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Wait, he's
I
gonna
did
kill?
enjoy telling
He's gonna
the
kill off
story
Stanley?
so very much. Okay.
No, he can't
Here we
do
go.
that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh. This is not the office. This is
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
this
mean?
is not the right office.
Stanley
Oh.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. No. Oh, you trying to rip off the broom closet ending and you just put a whiteboard in a room? No, the broom closet ending will always be the best ending.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, the bucket's here. I wonder what happened to half the people at Sonic. Oh yeah, I already read that. Remember Michael? He pissed you off one day. I do remember Michael. I remember he pushed me against like the fucking window, and then I was like, what the fuck? Because it was like right in front of a customer too, and I was like I know we were joking around and stuff, but I was like,
cradled the bucket in a
that's too
gentle
far.
embrace,
And I like yelled at him, and then he thought I was like
assertive,
pissed at
yet
him,
compassionate.
or he thought I like hated him now, which I mean, he wasn't the best person to be around. I don't know. Okay,
Stanley
is this
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
this
the
just
door
the
on his
game?
left.
Is this? I'm gonna have to look at all the endings. I thought something would be different, but this looks like. Oh, this is reset to the way it
Still no one was
was.
here. Stanley
Instead
needed
of
the
being a
bucket's
cult
warmth and
room
comfort
for the
now
fucking
more than ever.
figurines.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Okay, let me take a look at the website that has all the... I'm pretty sure I have unlocked the epilogue now. After seeing the new content, the narrator follow to a new path. The end of the sequel. After seeing the end of the skip button, a new door will have a new sign. The end of the infinite gap. In this exposition, jumping in the hole several times. I did that one. Ending of collectible figures. I collected all the figures. Epilogue. After viewing the ending of the collectible figures, the option to view the epilogue will appear in the main menu. Quit to menu. Let's see what all this is about. Begin the game, settings, credits. These are literally just the settings. Okay, where's the option to view the epilogue?
This is the story of a man.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
I'll be right
decided
back.
to go
Okay.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's look at this. Guide without spoilers to all the new endings of the Stanley Parable Deluxe. Go down the elevator, go back up. Yeah, I already did that one. Bottom end of installation, following the path. You can do that? I need to go see that. Apparently you can just fucking jump into a big hole. I don't know what that ending entails, but let's go see. Because we're getting all the endings today.
When
We're almost
Stanley
done.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I'm
left.
4 minutes away from 2 hours of streaming. Let's go. Alright.
Yet there was
I don't know
not
how
a
people
single
fucking do
person
this
here
for like
either.
36 hours
Feeling a
straight.
wave
I'm
of
like, my
disbelief,
head
Stanley decided
is
to go
like
up to his boss's
starting
office.
to hurt a
Coming
little
to a
bit.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
let's go
his
see.
boss's office.
Alright, boss's office, and then we have to go to the mind control chamber.
Stepping into his
Let's
manager's
go.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I just
Shocked,
realized my
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
My
secret
webcam
was
is
being
frozen.
held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
This is also like a not great face. There we go. How long has that been like that? Why didn't any of you guys tell me? God, I must have looked like a fool this whole
Stanley
time.
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the
2845.
combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
And let's go down the elevator. All right. Oh. Oh yeah, that happens. I don't know why
Stanley walked
that
straight ahead
happens,
through
but-
the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. The guy said I could get on top of things and just like fucking jump into the void. Oh. Whee! Oh. I probably should have turned the lights on
Aha.
first.
You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came
back.
time
What did
to
I miss?
update
I
the
jumped
game,
into the
we knew
void.
that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your
Yay.
perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Really?
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
That's kind of goofy.
You did it.
Oh.
Good job.
The guitar's slightly out of tune. Oh, this pains me as a guitar
Good
player.
job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending.
This is so fucking dumb.
I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
I feel so
Good
accomplished
job,
right
you
now.
did it. Good job, you
Screw
did
the
it.
reassurance
Good
bucket.
job,
This is
you
what I
did
need in
it.
my life.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job,
How
you
long is
did
this
it.
gonna... That was fucking dumb. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's only one ending that I have not seen yet, and that is getting the bucket and turning the mind control machine on. Can you go back to the new content room? Hold up. How to get back to the new content room in Stanley Parable. To unlock the new content section, how do I get back to the new content section? Keep going. You will eventually get access to the TSB2 Expo area. The other areas. Need to find the epilogue. How do I find the epilogue? Because I have not... New content door. Okay, unlock the new content ending. Collect the mini stand figures. I've done that. Have 4 unique time settings interaction with the narrator. Really? Choose episode. So I just have to keep fucking restarting the game. Okay. Because I haven't shown this on stream, but every time I start up the game, it does like some weird, it does something different every time. This time it asked me to like drag a slider to make a cat and a dog love each other. Hello?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message
I need to get out of
into
here.
your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
I don't think I was supposed to hear that. Kyle, you should play Firehouse Watch. I feel like you would like it. I'll have to look into it, but I'm down. I need games to play. Because like all the games I used to play are like fucking multiplayer and shit, and I don't like have people to play with now. Because all my friends are
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
busy
and
or
entered
something.
The door on his left.
Okay, I'm supposed to go to the mind control facility and turn it on with the bucket. And that should give me a new ending.
Still no
And
one was
then
here.
we need to unlock
Stanley
the
needed
epilogue,
bucket's
and then I
warmth
should
and
finally
comfort now more than
have
ever.
all the endings of
Perhaps
this game.
His boss's
So let's
office
go.
was where he'd coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ah, yes, me and my bucket. Oh, fuck, I just crashed in the door.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
8,
Stanley
4,
may have
5?
broken down into an emotional dump, but Stanley guessed the correct
Yeah.
code by sheer luck.
I remember.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes.
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
All right, let's go. I'm almost done. I'm just excited to be able to say that I finished this game. Even though it's not like a very big game, but like still, I really like this game. It's pretty cool.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
All right.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to go this way. Fuck. Okay. We're supposed to turn on the monitors, and then, uh-oh, big surprise. They've been watching
Monitors
everyone.
jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
All right, and then we call the elevator.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh, we're here.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
Wait,
Walking,
really?
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this
Those
very
aren't labels,
place.
are there?
And
I
as
don't
the
know. Maybe on
cold
some
reality of
buttons.
his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
All right,
For
let's
he
turn it
and the
on.
bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
All right, let's
Two
turn it on.
best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
All right, let's turn it on
They
and mind control
high-fived
everyone.
in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Taking down the system. All right, let's turn it on. Let's go.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh.
Birds.
What?
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Why are the control buttons birds now? Wait, what the fuck is this?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
But the
mind
cameras in the
controls were
employee's
only
office.
a facade to disguise its true intentions.
But
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
this is fucking stupid.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Why? What was that? Was that seriously? Okay. So apparently to get the epilogue, I need to have one more time interaction with the narrator, which means I have to restart the game. And then when it starts up, he'll ask me to put the time in. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. And my webcam's frozen again. Great. I don't know why this happens. To fix it. Ah. Okay. And then restart the face cam window. Question mark, exclamation point. There we go. What time is it? Does anyone truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. What the hell? You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a daily job, and now the job is over. There's no more information to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. Whoa, Facebook much? Jesus. And I still don't really know you, and you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I know what time it is, I think. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyways. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. Jesus, what about multiplayer games? You like being alone, don't you? I'm gonna cry. This is the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's only one more setting we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in the job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. What the fuck? Oh, the epilogue is unlocked. Let's go. Alright, this should be the final thing. And then I should have completed this game. So let's go. Epilogue. Many, many years later. After the Stanley Parable? Wait, which ending was canon? Oh, this is the ending. This is the fucking ending with the apocalypse. We're in the fucking desert. Okay, I remember this, but what the fuck's gonna happen? Oh. Oh. Now we're cooking with fire, boys. Can I jump in it? Can I just commit suicide? What if I don't want to live in this apocalypse anymore? Can I just keep walking? Bye-bye. I don't want to be warm tonight. Sorry, buddy. Oh, never mind. Oh, whoa. Dirt in my eyes much. Jesus. There's a bunch of chairs everywhere. Dude, this is what's left of the remains of The Office. There's fucking chairs resurfacing like decades later. What the hell? Coyotes. Oh. What the hell is going on? It's morning now. Oh, whoa. Attack of the Killer Office chairs. Oh man. Oh, this is the memory house. Is that a generator? Yeah, that is a generator. Yeah, this is the memory house. But it's all fucking destroyed because apocalypse. It's buried in sand. What the fuck? This is actually kind of spooky. Oh, I can't go back up now. Okay. Where am I going? This is a cave. There's a whole cave down here. What is that? Cookie9's blog review, The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed the time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with its originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is a dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expanding on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are all the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead we got uninspiring side quests collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. Must I say, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. And okay, this is just... Can I scroll? I can't scroll. Okay. Let's continue down here. So you probably weren't here when I went through this last time, but this was... The memory house was just like a house filled with like reviews for the game, and then the narrator's getting pissed because they're all negative. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched with massive success in 2013 into an entire franchise, but the disastrous and critical commercial reception of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. Okay. I'm not going to read the full one of that because I just don't have the patience. These the
Jim.
Oh, the buttons that say Jim are back.
Jim.
This is fucking stupid. And Jazz probably has no idea what's going on. Damn, they were slacking. I know, right? Like, who asked for buttons that say Jim? No, the joke behind this was that they were supposed to say the player's name, but then they ended up just saying Jim, and the narrator's like, oh well, your name's Jim now. This is your life. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. That's an ominous looking hole if I've ever seen one. Alright, let's jump into the hole. Whee! Oh, I thought it was a slide. It's just, you just walk down it. That's disappointing. Man, I really am disappointed in this game. What the hell? Thank you for enjoying the new content. Oh, the sign is back. And then there's the two doors. Is there something behind this door? There is not. Can I turn on this computer? I can. Oh, the voice is back. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will probably never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling on to the legacy. Let it burn. Shit, this is like some like Ubisoft shit. Like this is some like rogue game developer shit right here. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we'll make the Stanley Parable 3. Oh no. It's simple. All we do is change the number on the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. I want a gym button. Oh, Jazzy, I don't think you want a gym button. Go ahead, try combining some random words together and make a new subtitle for a game. The Stanley Parable 3. Unforgivable octopus cheese. No, it's only letting me pick one. In search of octopus. The infinite cheese. Ghoul. The final lawsuit. That seems like it would fit with an office. No, the final stapler. No, that one fits better. There we go. The Stanley Parable 3, the final stapler. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to say as well. Should we do it? I don't know. I don't know what the right choice is here. I don't know. Jazz, are you still here? Do we be rogue game developer, or do we go back, or do we say no? Because I'm honestly kind of torn right now. I don't know. Do we want to be the new Ubisoft? It would be kind of funny to see something new on the title screen every time I booted up the game. I don't know what that would what that would be. I don't know. Don't do it, but then the title is legit. Okay, I'm just gonna say don't do it. I understand, sometimes you're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start interesting new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Oh, is it just gonna go back? Okay, let's go again. This time I'm gonna say to do the new titles. Oh, am I gonna have to walk through the entire thing all over again? Oh no. Oh, I should have just said to do it. I should have just said to do it. Now I'm gonna have to play through this entire thing again. Oh, I'm in the desert. Oh, there's sand everywhere. Oh, what a tragedy. Oh no. Oh, the sun is burning my eyes. Oh no. Whatever will I do? Sunglasses don't exist in this universe. Oh. Oh, the sun is gone. All our problems are solved. I still want to burn. But I can't, because it's not letting me jump into the fire. Can I pick up a rock? I cannot pick up a rock. That's my fault. No, it's okay. I was on the edge of which one to pick. I didn't know. I thought each of them would be different. But oh, the chair apocalypse is back. Oh, the killer office chairs are back. Whatever will I do? That one's stuck in the ground. Actually, they're all kind of stuck in the ground. Oh, I'm getting the hiccups now. Okay. And I think the next one should be where we can go into the house. I'm clicking on all the rocks to see if I can do anything. Now we know to just go with it. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, the sun is back. Oh, my eyes. Oh, no. Okay. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be. But let's just go to the house. I wonder how far we can walk. Like, if we came back here and just like, instead of going into the house, we just walked out into the desert. I wonder how long we could walk until we hit an infinite wall. Or until we hit an invisible wall. Probably not too far, because this is where you're supposed to go in the house. But I don't know. Alright. We're just gonna speed run through this house. I don't care about reading the reviews anymore. I've already read enough reviews. How did this cave even get here? Yeah. Okay. Jim. Gotta love the Jim button. Jim. Okay. Can I collect even more figurines? Do they respawn? No, they do not. Fuck. Okay. Down the hole. Okay, at first I thought we were gonna go out this door because it's like the only door that's like forward facing, but we just go over to this computer. Okay. Okay, can I just skip through all this? I already read all of it. Oh, just skip to the... Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. The new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put all that faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Is he gonna give me the broken achievement? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me, let's fix it. Right there, he fixed the achievement machine! Except I don't have my Steam overlay on, so I'm not gonna be able to see it, but yay! Let's get this train rolling. Stanely Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great, there's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Oh, this again. It's asked me to do this so many times. What is it, 9:25? Except it doesn't really matter what time you put in, but like, I don't know. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Now please enjoy the Stanley Parable. You are playing the Stanley Parable 3, the final stapler. What the fuck is that? Why is there a card? Oh man. Does anything change if I start the game? Skip the cutscene. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, the
What could
narrator's
it mean?
back. Hey.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker.
Oh yeah, this was an end. This was like a
First,
secret.
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
I heard that they removed
He
this.
then praised
but
the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Sure.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
oh my god.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not.
This one's really
In fact,
miserable to listen
I'm
to.
just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Am I gonna have to manually restart the game? Okay. Okay. It said we should be able to go back to the new content room
now. What could it mean?
At least from what
Stanley
I
decided to go
read.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
So
simply
let's
missed
see
a
if we
memo.
can do that. Can we? Yes, the new content room is back open. Hell yeah. Okay. So it should be able to come back here. And there was a room I couldn't access last time, but it should be open now. Question mark. And that should be the final thing in this game that I have not seen yet. It should be. Well, let's see.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting
Okay,
on the Stanley
my
Parable
camera's still...
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley
camera's still
Parable was a
working, that's
landmark,
good.
and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever
are
the
we?
Stanley Parable 2.
This is the... Yeah. Okay, so this just takes us back to the expo
Yes,
room
you see,
that I
isn't
saw
this
in the
far
first
superior
stream.
to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the
content.
features I've been developing for it.
Let's
I
go.
figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
So last time the epilogue... This just had the word epilogue. Has anything
An
changed?
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Okay, it has
yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, would I be able to do the gym button gag again? So you could see it? Because I don't think you saw it last time. Yeah, look, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. This is what it's supposed to be. And then you go in it.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
All right, let's press it. You ready? You ready for this? You ready for this?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I
I'm
want you
Jim
to
now.
imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping
Jim
and waking
Romero.
as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the
Being
world's
heartbroken as
possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Oh,
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
yes.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
I love that button. It's a great button. And then if you exit the room, the sign is changed from the button that says your name to the button
I
that
suppose
says
I could
Jim.
allow only people named Jim to play the
That's
Stanley
Jim.
Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Okay, I'm gonna look for the room that was locked last time and see if it's open. I hope it is, because... Alright, jump circle, infinite hole.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than
settings
Ultra
world
Deluxe,
champion.
don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Okay, settings world champion is where I need to go. Where would that be? That would be over here. Oh, that's upstairs. Okay. That's the one that was locked last time, so let's see what's over there. Hopefully it's something decent. Settings world champion. Here we go. And it is still locked. Fuck, are you kidding? Okay. Well, that was it for the game, I guess. I'd have to see. Hold on, let me look it up real quick, just to make sure I'm not ending it on any. Settings world champion. Stanley Parable. Okay. An achievement known as Settings World Champion is one of the achievements and trophies found in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It is an achievement that you can get just for changing several settings sliders in the main menu outside of the game itself. But will the door work? But also be able to enter the Settings World Champion door and earn a brand new setting. Bumpscosity. Okay, exit to main menu. So it says just to change a bunch of settings and sliders. I am having so much fun. And I don't have my Steam overlay on, so I won't even know when I got the achievement. Fuck. Okay. Okay, let's see. Wait. Okay. To get to Settings World Champion, you will need to go through each of the sliders point by point in the settings menu. This means not simply holding down the control stick, as well as skip, but to use the D. Wait, what? Cause new sliders for subtle opacity to appear. These include the following options. General settings. Okay, field of view. Is this what I have to do? Just fucking... Okay. Mouse sensitivity, camera sensitivity. There's nothing for mouse sensitivity here. It's just camera sensitivity. Subtitle background opacity. I hope this is fucking worth it. Because I am going, bro. Okay, what do I have this at? Like 80? And then transition label background opacity. Where would that be? It is nowhere. I do not see it anywhere. Audio? Cycle through the languages after all slide. Okay. Cycle, so... Oh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, and then this is just the music volume. Okay, if this doesn't do it, then I'm just gonna have to look it up on my own time. Because this is taking a while. It says I have to use the D-pad or something. Which I'm just using my arrow key to just go through all of like every single step of the adjustment. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the hall and see if the door is open, and if it's not, then I'll just begin the game. Do I have to take the bucket with me? Maybe I have to take the bucket with... I don't know. Whoa. I have a reticle now? When did this happen?
Co-workers were gone.
I guess it might have been one of the settings.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. So the new content room.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No. No, surely not.
New content room, let's go. This fucking moving platform is so slow. All right.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and
know.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright, and then we just skip through all of this and go to the expo room.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally
closed. I can see it
spring up
from here.
around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh wait, they also said the achievement machine should be working now, so let's go check that out too. I think this is closed. All right, at least I didn't come back here for nothing. Let's go see what the achievement machine is. Because last time I came down here, he said it was broken, but the guy that I talked to said it should work now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
All right, and this doesn't mean anything to me because I do not have
the machine is not working yet since what?
Steam overlay
Wait,
on.
What in the holy hell is going on?
But I got
You
the achievement.
The
Yeah.
machine works. Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear.
Yeah.
It was broken just a second ago.
The
Who fixed
mysterious
it?
voice fixed
Is
it.
someone here? Are we being watched?
Yes.
Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended.
Yeah.
It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah.
Breathe. Just
Dude, he's just
breathe.
freaking out. I think that's it. I think that's all we came here for. We got the achievement. It's in the bag. I can quit this game with no regrets now.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen
All
yet?
right. I think that's gonna be it for this game and this playthrough and this stream, because I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. I am exhausted, so I don't know if you're still in here, Jazz, or anyone, but have a good night. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for joining. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. End stream, please. End stream. Yes, okay.